Liz Reed, step out. Step out, Liz Reed.
Step out! Step out. It was 1978. I was 13 years old, and I got my first experience with diversity. I was in my classroom, and Miss Sheila was our substitute teacher. She was beautiful, poised, elegant black woman. And she told us stories about how she danced. She danced on stage, she danced on screen, she danced on TV. I, too, wanted to dance. Miss Sheila inspired me. So, I signed up for her dance class. That day, that summer, I stepped out to the bus stop. I stepped on to the bus, and as it neared the destination, I looked around on my bus, and I noticed the people who were on the bus looked different than me. There was the lady in the front. She had curlers in her hair and a bag over her head. The boys in the back, bell-bottom pants, as slick as could be, and big hair. So big, they could keep a pick in it. I stepped out off the bus and I walked to the destination. When I arrived in that classroom, I stepped in, I looked around at all the people in the class. And they looked more like the people on the bus than they looked like me. At that moment, I felt it. That fear, real similar to the fear I felt right before I walked up here. That fear overwhelmed me. I felt like I don't belong. I don't fit in. There's no way I belong in this class. I wanted to run, just like I want to run now, but I didn't. Miss Sheila reached out and she said 2 words of inspiration. She said, "Step out." So I stepped out onto the dance floor and I began to dance. I stepped and I leaped and I turned. And as I was stepping, I realized I was not stepping in time. I couldn't quite get the steps down. I tried with all my might. I came back week after week, and I tried to dance. While I didn't become a dancer, I did learn a profound lesson when I stepped into that class. How many of you in this room have ever felt like that 13-year-old girl? Raise your hand if you've ever felt that fear. You ever felt like you didn't quite fit in, that you didn't belong, and you looked around and you just seemed different than everyone else? I look around and I notice there's a lot of diversity in this room. Yes, some of us have long hair, Some of us have short hair, and yes, some of us have no hair. Yet, we all have something in common. Those feelings. The day in class when I felt inspired, we've all felt that. The day in class when I stepped into that room and I was so full of fear and inadequacy, we felt that. We also felt what it was like for somebody to give us 2 words of inspiration, to reach out and say, step out, step out, step out. Make the difference today. When you see somebody in the back of the room, when you see somebody that looks different than you, when you see somebody that may not quite feel like they fit in, be Miss Sheila. Encourage someone to step out, to step in with the rest of the group. See, that day, I did get that dream. I became like Miss Sheila. Step out. Thank you.